as Joe mentioned, we are about to enter our 20th year, and I know that that's quite a feat, given the fact that many probably didn't think that we'd make it 2 or 3 years. We've often considered ourselves the little rink that could, and over the course of the last 19 years, we've found success and are able to pay most of our bills. I didn't see many hands go up when Joe asked how many people had been in the ice rink. Wasn't many, but I think many of you may have forgotten the fact that this Rotary Club was at the East Alton Ice Arena for a couple of years, wasn't it? And you guys held your meetings there in our meeting room for a few years. But if you haven't been in the ice rink, I invite you all to come. If you'd like a tour, we'll be glad to do that for you. The East Alton Ice Arena is testament to the cooperation between private concern and municipalities. As the East Alton Ice Arena got the bonds together for the East Alton Ice Arena for the construction of the building and the property, it was really the foresight of the Village of East Alton's Board of Directors and Mayor at the time that that the rink became the rink as it is in East Alton. It didn't look like a viable private concern, but with the marriage between private and public, we were able to get it done and keep it operational over these 20 years. The East Alton Ice Arena, my management group, is a not-for-profit 501c3 corp. The village owns everything down to the candy bars in the concession stand in the East Alton Ice Arena. Our management group is tasked with paying the bond each year, and we do that, right, Joe? We get that done. So we often have people say, "I pay your salary." Well, actually, we receive no tax dollars from the Village of East Alton, and we're very proud of the fact that we're able to do that and provide the citizens of East Alton and the River Bend the service that we do without taxation. And you know, that's a good thing for all of us. You know, we've survived what? How many NHL strikes now, Dan? 2?
There's been at least 3 or 4.
2 or 3, who knows? We're surviving the Brett Hull hump that we call it. When Brett Hull was there and all the kids wanted to be Brett Hull, he's been gone for quite a long time, and I saw him on the news last night. I don't think most kids want to be Brett Hull anymore. So, but we're looking for that superstar to come out of St. Louis. We really thought that this year that they might move forward in the playoffs and not get knocked out by the Blackhawks in the first round. But that's the way it goes. Stanley Cup is the hardest trophy in sports to win, and the Blues are proving it year after year after year. I've been waiting for that trophy to come to St. Louis since 1968, so it's been a long ride for me. But as it is, we're tasked with keeping the business viable, keeping people coming in. We are home to the Youth Association located here in Madison County, which is the Twin Bridges Hockey Association. As well, the Mississippi Valley High School Association plays out of our rink. I'm not sure if any of you are even aware of the fact that the ice rink down the road in Fairview had a mine subsidence problem several years ago. The floors caved in and the building sunk 2 feet, so they're out of business under no fault of their own, other than they picked a bad building spot. So they're never going to reopen. We then picked up some of that business. Granite City, which is a seasonal rink, picked up probably more of their business just simply because they had more ice available. And but you know, as much as I hate for that to happen to any business, it has helped us to some degree, especially in the off season, which is from March 1st to August 1st, because people have to buy their ice unless they're willing to go to St. Louis. Most of the companies don't. You know, our mission statement, and it's on the front page of the paper, is that we provide ice skating for ice enthusiasts, both hockey and figure skating, and just public sessions where people can come out and just skate around the circle. And we have a lot of people do that. It's probably one of our main sources of revenue. The high school league, the attendance at the high school league, we've had thousands of people attend high school hockey games over the course of the last 19 several, well, we've had quite a few kids move on to club hockey in college after playing high school here. It's because we're in the Midwest and we are where we are, there's not a lot of kids that go to Division I, NCAA Division I schools from the area. Most of the kids that do that are involved in the AAA program over in St. Louis that is really a pipeline for that, and they've had some success there. Peter Stasny, who's the Stasny boy that's playing for Colorado. Maybe some of you know that. Brad, you know who that is? Paul.
Yeah.
Paul Stasny. His brother Jan. Paul's playing for Colorado. He's won a Stanley Cup, and he made it to the NHL. Doesn't hurt that your dad's name is Peter Stasny and that you're an NHL Hall of Famer, but he still made it, and he had the natural gifts and I'm sure the right direction from St. Louis to get there. So, congrats to him. We've got several kids playing in the NHL. Several that I had the pleasure of coaching a time or two, but you know, it still is what it is, and we're very proud to provide a venue for those kids at the college level here locally. Plays for SIU and McKendree to participate in college level hockey. And it's if you have never attended a college game, I urge you. It's I think a $3 ticket, and it's great hockey. It's a blast. A lot of people ask me how often I go. They ask me questions about the Blues, and quite honestly, I don't know a lot about the Blues because I don't go to see the Blues play. I see so much high school hockey and college hockey. I'd really rather watch that. The passion is there, just as it is in most amateur sports. They're all trying to, they're showing off for their girlfriends in the stands, and they work hard. It's a lot of fun to watch. So we've got youth, we've got high school, we've got college. We have a figure skating program. My skating director just left as we were walking out the door, heading to Iowa for a skating competition with some of our girls from the local area. We just had a United States Figure Skating Association competition last month here that took the weekend, where kids from all over the Midwest and from all over the country can come to participate in that event. Makes us very proud that we feel as though that the East Alton Ice Arena has given people a reason to drive to East Alton as opposed to driving through East Alton, and I hope that we've helped put East Alton on the map. It's been our pleasure to provide management services for that building all these years. We're very proud of the fact that most ice arenas in the area, because we know everybody there, have normally changed management every 2 or 3 years, and we've been able to stay this course for 19 years. We've had, gosh, probably 1,000 kids come through the building as their first job opportunities, and many of them stay in touch. We actually have one that's a principal at one of the local grade schools who started with us when he was in high school and still picks up shifts today, just because he likes the atmosphere and loves to be around it. So it's just been I think a great asset to the community, and I believe a lot of fun. I'm blessed to be able to have been a part of it, and it's, you know, I think our management group still maintains two people that were there from the beginning. That they're all volunteers. They meet quarterly, and we get the job done. You guys have any questions in regard to that? Yes.
Do you know about how much debt service is left on the bonds?
Joe, the East Alton Treasurer just happens to be here.
There's 5 years left on the bonds, $1.4 million principal. The original bonds were for 20 years, and we had an opportunity several years ago, a combination of things. The numbers were getting tight, and the interest was getting low, and so we stretched them out 5 more years. So 2025 will be when they pay it off. And one of the things on the making sure we had cash flow to properly maintain the building and not put so much stress on raising prices, one of the reasons why the village was able to do that is these guys do an excellent job of maintaining the building. That's always the fear when you start something like you don't do a good job and you lose your building, you lose your income source. And it's the same with ice arenas, with swimming pools, those kind of things. They have a lifespan. And if you don't do a good job and you lose your building before your bonds are paid off, now you got a mess. That's not going to happen with these guys. The building's in outstanding shape.
Well, I appreciate that, Joe, and it is one of our mainstays is preventative maintenance, and we take it very seriously. Yes, sir.
How many teams call East Alton home?
Well, currently a lot more than used to, just simply because Fairview's gone. But East Alton Wood River, which is now combined with Roxana. Roxana used to be a separate team, but as we've seen those, you know, their numbers drop in the school as well. They dropped in the hockey program. Jerseyville is combined with Southwestern, same situation. Alton maintains a team, Bethalto maintains a team, Marquette maintains a team. Highland, Illinois is home here. Edwardsville has 4 teams. So they play, we have a Class 2A and a Class 1A, and then we also have a North and a South JV league. And they maintain a team in each of those 4 divisions. And
Yeah, you'll find, off the top of my head, it would be about 220 high school games. Would that be about right? JV.
we play 2 games, starting the 1st of November, we play 2 games on Tuesday, Thursday, and, let's see, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. We moved all varsity during the week, and then 7 games a weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And that's as well at Granite City, so I'm thinking it's closer to 400 games a year.
But, yeah.
And East Alton are
Yeah,
about 200,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Then you have the little kids, you have, you know, Twin Bridges probably has 17 little kid teams that play out of here. And then you got SIU's, this is their home for both of their teams, their home rink. So, you know, come fall season, you get a pretty diverse following, you know, from people with little kids, you know, first-time moms and dads, up to the people who have college-age children and they want to watch them play. I think one of the, I guess if you call it a rewarding thing, I think it's a rewarding thing, is that during that period of time, what you were allowed to do is provide a gift, and I still consider it a gift for kids. They can learn how to skate. It's an activity that you can use basically almost your whole life. You know, I mean, yeah, your kid can be on a soccer team, but after a while, kids, they don't play soccer anymore, you know, or something like that. But with ice skating, once you learn how to ice skate, it seems like one of those things that you can come back to. And we see a lot of people now who are children, when we open the building, are now coming in with their kids, or moms and, you know, grandparents bringing their small children and giving them that opportunity. And I think that's a wonderful thing to be able to do.
My grandson's a perfect example. The other day, he came in with my son and put on skates. He's 2 years old, and he couldn't wait to get out there. He got out there, he moved his feet around. He said, I skate. And then he said, I done. So from 2 years old to Brad, I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you how old you are, but Brad has been in our Madison County Hockey Club since we started in Granite in 1989. Are you still a member?
Yeah.
Still a member playing on Friday nights. I don't think Brad is our oldest player there. I think
Paul's got me a couple
Paul's
years.
got you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Dick Dodd skates with you guys or not.
Not very often, every once in a while.
Yeah, and Dick's in his 70s. So this, just like golf, you can start at a young age and you can play through an old age. Not so old. Mark?
With the plans for a new rink in Edwardsville, how will that impact?
It would definitely have an impact, without a doubt. There's plans in Highland. There's plans in Belleville. There's rarely a week or a month goes by that somebody doesn't come in and tell me they're building an ice rink here or there. And I don't know that the business plan has been put, do you know of the Edwardsville situation?
A little bit.
Has a business plan been put together?
I don't think it's fully developed.
And normally what happens is, just like ours, when we put it together, you know, we were all gung-ho, no, you're gonna make a fortune. The fact of the matter is, there's no fortune to be made in an ice rink. And when we put ours together and we looked at it and we said, from a private concern, this isn't something we're gonna do. no one's willing to do it. And the heavy hitters that we had at that time were Tom Lake and Jack Helmkamp, Rick Jones. We had 11 prominent men whose kids played hockey that were behind that program. Randy Rogoski, Jeff Lucan, those guys had money to invest and were eager to do that until we did the feasibility study and realized you could put your money in a passbook and make more than what you would hope to make on an ice rink. You know, I don't know if Edwardsville has a benefactor. If that's the case, you know, that would certainly help. It's just, you never know. I will tell you this. If I had listened to everybody that told me when I sent the first letter out regarding this rink that we couldn't do it, I had a lot of people tell me that. I would never say that Edwardsville won't get that accomplished because of how many people told me we'd never get this accomplished. As well, Highland. Highland's been down here with their city fathers have took a tour of the rink, and they're interested in building an ice rink. Belleville is interested because of McKendree and now Lindenwood. So you put 4 rinks in the East Alton, or in the local metro area, they'll all fail. It's as simple as that. So, you know, I'm not going to say I wish them ill will by any means. Business is business. It's what you do. You know, maybe we become, who knows, curling rink. Who knows? You know, half the teams will probably still participate, but we will lose people. And the off season is the key. The off season is the killer.
Yeah, the number of ice surfaces doubled in St. Louis since we opened this building in 1995. So, you know, you adjust it's like any kind of business. You know, if you have a restaurant that seats 200, you know, and a guy opens up down the street, you know, you may not have 200 customers anymore. You may have 100, he may have 100. So it's, you know, you rise to a certain level, the water rises to a certain level.
What I will tell you is this, Mark, adding another rink doesn't double the amount of players. And that's the issue, and that's what people that are looking to invest in these need to see. If you're Highland and you say, you know what, we're Highland and we want an ice rink in this town come hell or high water, well, then the Highland folks are willing to back that, and they will have gone to their taxpayers and said, we're willing to back this, are we? Probably. You know, if they that's the way they get it. You know, we didn't want to put that on the villagers of East Alton, because I don't think, even in '95 when hockey was